Yo, what's up, everybody, man? It's your boy, D-Nail YG. You know what I'm saying? Dirty Creek Sports. I'm back with another stream of NCAA Basketball 10. And this is the last stream of the night because, why? I'm about to fall back, watch me some TV, and watch this football game and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to see this football game and everything. But, like I said, this is the last stream until tomorrow. If not, this will be the last stream until Tuesday or over this weekend because I'm about to fall back a little bit on the beginning of the season, you know what I'm saying? Take my time filling my team out and shit or whatever. But excuse me. We're here with the Maui Invitational. We was invited to the Maui Invitational. We just won another game. We just beat Pitt in our rematch from last season and everything. Shout out to Pitt for putting up a fight or whatever. But we're about to get into it and play Oklahoma State University. That's the OSU right there. That ain't Ohio State. It's Oklahoma State University. But we're about to get into this game, and since it's the last stream of the night, I'm about to fall back, and I ain't really trying to be doing too much hype shit. I'm about to end it with the commentary tonight, so I'm just letting y'all know this is the last stream for the night because I'm about to fall back and chill. Watch me some TV, smoke a chill, whatever, watch this football game, and enjoy the rest of my night or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, I will see you fools tomorrow. I'll be right back. Peace.
And welcome to the beautiful island of Maui for this first round game of the EA Sports Maui Invitational Tournament between the Oklahoma State Cowboys and the Virginia Commonwealth Rams. And of course, here's our starting lineup.
I'm going to keep an eye on those young athletes at the point guard position. Not only are they skilled, but provide their teams with what they need.
We've got two great teams, two ranked teams battling out here tonight. Anytime you got a matchup of this caliber, you can expect a great game of basketball.
I'll tell you, it's always exciting to watch two teams battle for a chance to move up the polls. People across the nation will be watching this one.
And now the fadeaway jumper. And boy, they just jump out of the gate with a score early.
They're sending a message, we're focused, baby.
And now getting getting set up here in a 4-round one.
Well, the 4-round one motion offense is a good offense when the team has a big guy who can play with his back toward the basket and another big who can play on the perimeter. A lot of teams who play this offense. Coach looks on, focused, a lot of intensity, a lot of emotion.
They look to get it to the inside. Wilson picks up the foul. First personal foul. Well, I don't know if there's such a thing as a good foul, but that might have been one right there, Dick.
Hey, Mr. Nessler, I like that type of play. He's saying to the defense, no easy baskets for you. We're going to force you to make shots.
Well, here we have a look at one of the sophomores for this team.
It's important to have kids like this on your team. They've had a year of experience, but they are still hungry to prove themselves to their teammates and coaches.
Good. And we'll get a change of possession. Out on the left wing, from left of the circle. They get it to go. The Rams have been making some strides and are really improving. And I'm sure as a coach, Dick, you always like it when your team's playing great basketball.
Hey, they've been playing well these past few weeks. Steady improvement is all a coach can really ask for.
And our trifecta for the night. Aaron Andrews on the sideline. And with Dick Vitale, I'm Brad Nessler. Nice to have you along with us. There's the rejection. On the dribble, gives it up. In the lane. The missed shot. Gave it up. Tries for two. Off the glass and no good. There's the fake. Now looking to create with a ball screen.
Hey, the pick and roll is one play that so many teams use these days. A great way to buy a step for the dribbler.
In and out. And we got a whistle and a foul. Oh, it looked like he had an easy basket coming up, but the defense commits the foul instead.
Great play there, Brad. He was able to foul him in order to prevent the easy basket.
Here's another solid junior, Dick.
You know, Brad, you look at your juniors as third-year players who have been there. Nothing should be new to them by the time they're in their third season. They should know what's expected from them in the classroom, and they should know what to expect from their conference opponents. The level of familiarity should be much higher than what it was in their first year.
And he doesn't miss that opportunity either. Work the perimeter. Turnaround jumper. Off the mark. From the corner. Knocks it down. Let's go courtside. What do you got for us, Aaron?
Coach has been very animated over here on the sidelines. His team is doing a great job of following strategy and playing that up-tempo style. I'm sure he'll continue to encourage them over the course of the game to ensure they don't stray away from what's working.
Thanks, EA. Aaron Andrews providing that extra bit of insight for us. He shoots from the corner.
Excellent jump shot right there.
We've got a timeout. More ESPN coverage of the NCAA coming up right after this. floor. They get an open three. The friendly bouncers aren't going their way at the moment, Dick.
They need to get some easier looks, Brad.
Well, if there is such a thing as a good foul, that was probably it.
Sure was, Brad. He fouled to prevent the easy basket.
How important is it to get to the free throw line?
Well, you know, those bonus points, Brad, you get those simple points. They add up at the end. Plus, you get people into foul trouble.
Got them both.
Oh, he drained it. Nothing but nylon, NBN.
A little two-man action. For the bucket. They're really losing confidence with their poor shooting at the time, Dick.
Hey, nothing that a couple of fast break dunks couldn't cure.
Well, it commits an intentional foul there to prevent the easy basket.
Well, it's a smart play, Brad, especially if you can afford to use a personal foul. I like his mentality. No easy basket.
This is what he's been able to bring to the court per game so far this season.
One thing that stats don't show, Brad, are the intangibles. The pass that leads to the pass that ultimately leads to the score. Deflections, diving for loose balls. Those are all the important stats in my books.
Both free throws go. They're seeing them all fall from the line tonight.
That's a crucial plus down the stretch, Brad.
Out on the wing from three-point range. Scores it. Moldring's known as a scorer, and he's expected to put up points for this team.
You're either born as a scorer or you're not. This kid can fill it up.
He shoots from the deep corner. Missed the jumper. For two. Knocks it down. On the outside. And they come with a double team to stop it. He puts it up. He's taking too many unnecessary shots, Dick.
And he's costing his team their rhythm.
Trying to pack it inside. Goes up for two. He missed. Side. Puts it on the floor and up and under.
Jumper didn't look pretty, I can tell you that. That baby was ugly. Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
He shoots from the top of the circle. Nails a sweet jumper. Teams looking to get things going here. Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart.
Goes in. Who will win the battle of tempos here tonight? That's what we want to know right now, Dick.
Well, Brad, controlling the tempo can be very difficult, especially for the entire game. But if you stick with your strengths and make changes when needed, winning becomes a lot easier.
Well, I don't know if there's such a thing as a good foul, but that might have been one right there, Dick.
Hey, Mr. Nessler, I like that type of play. He's saying to the defense, no easy baskets for you. We're going to force you to make shots.
Well, I'm not sure this is the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
I think that's one thing he takes a great deal of pride in. He realizes the importance of free throws. He converts on that free throw line. That's major.
Inside. They get that rejected. The Rams pushing the ball in transition for the bucket. Sinks it. pass in the paint. He fouled him. Oh, it looked like he had an easy basket coming up, but the defense commits the foul instead.
Great play there, Brad. He was able to foul him in order to prevent the easy basket.
Hawkins goes to the line for the first time. He gets it to go. Misses the second shot. Pushes it up.
They strip him in a basketball. Got a little too fancy. Too much mustard there, baby.
Count that as a personal foul. He got the layup to go and the foul was called.
Hey, he saw that he was going to get fouled, but he stuck to the path in spite of it.
Well, he's just a freshman, eh? We all got to start somewhere.
Well, he's out there seeing a lot of this for the first time. It's going to be important that he gets the right direction and guidance from his teammates and coaching staff.
Trying to pack it inside. Cross court. Had a screen and gave it up. On the dribble, gives it up with the J. They got it. Around 8 minutes remaining on the game clock. Low block. Goes up and come up short. They've got a three-point shooter spotting up. Isolated on the outside. They're working around the arc, looking for the open jumper. Nope. Looking to move it around the perimeter. Takes the medium range jumper. Jumper won't go. Out on the wing. Gill comes up with it.
Up and inside.
About 7 minutes remaining. They're working around the perimeter. Let's watch the move as he works his man, and now the fadeaway jumper. He can't get the bucket to fall. Now they work it around the perimeter from three-point territory. The missed shot. The Rams going to their zone motion now for two. No good from the field. Moultrie receives the ball. They'll work it around the arc. Goes up for two. Gets it to go. He looks for three. Scorches the net with a J. About 6 minutes remaining. On the left side.
Coach about to juggle the lineup.
He shoots from the corner. Goes up for two.
What a terrific play, though. He tipped that ball back. The awareness, the basketball IQ.
Top of the key. Thinks of, and has it rejected.
Defense did a great job with that blocked shot.
Way out on the right wing. And we'll head back down to the other end. These guys have really been able to step it up so far, and they're putting together a very good team effort.
I tell you, it's been great to watch these kids really working one another out there. They all have individual skills to put the ball in the hoop, but that isn't always what's best for a team. Everyone needs to get touches so they can feel involved.
Sideline inbounds. strip. Fast break opportunity here. Puts up the tray. Can't connect. About 5 minutes remaining. Tries for two. Off the glass and no good. Out on the wing. Gave it up. Gets the feed down low. Now the turnaround jumper.
I tell you, what a nice turnaround jump shot. Soft as velvet, fading away, impossible to block.
He launches a three. He couldn't get it to fall. Lobs it. He shoots from the deep corner. Missed the jumper. The small forward with the ball. Working it around the perimeter. They move it into the front court. Listen to that response.
What a response. What enthusiasm.
He hammers it home.
You can almost see that coming. They were a little bit lazy on the defensive end. Mr. Excitement with that jam.
He unloads a three. He takes another bad shot.
Bad shots kill chemistry, Brad.
Substitutions forthcoming. Cross court. From the corner.
Jumper didn't look pretty, I can tell you that. That baby was ugly.
Well, if there is such a thing as a good foul, that was probably it.
Sure was, Brad. He fouled to prevent the easy basket.
Of course, his season average.
It's not always about numbers, Brad. It's good to fill the stat sheet, but does he do the little things? That's the question.
With the free one. He hits the first shot. Second one is no good. Not a very good night at the line, Dick.
Absolutely no excuse for that, Brad. No excuse.
That's good. Out on the wing. He bombs from outside. Can't seem to find the stroke from the arc, Dick.
And they're missing wide open looks too, Brad.
Looking for a good shot. He shoots from outside. Gets the J to fall. Three minutes left on the game clock. Goes up with a shot. They really seem to be letting this one get away, Dick.
Yeah, there's been a breakdown somewhere. They need to talk this one over, Brad.
Coach about to change up the lineup here. Dumps it in for the bucket. Drains it. Timeout on the floor. ESPN's coverage of the NCAA will continue after this. Timeout call. We'll get back to the action right after this.
This stupid shit. They said
It's always interesting to see who's still hot and who's not after a timeout, Dick.
Well, you got to think the shooters might be the most effective, Brad.
And a momentary look from three-point land. He shoots from the top of the key.
Great job of freeing himself with the screen, but shot won't go.
gives it up. His shot blocked from behind.
He set him up nicely.
Out on the right wing for two. And he misses the shot.
Oh, what a great job transition. Offense. Poor job defensively. Don't get back. Don't stop the ball. You're allowed to convert. Get the number game going.
Drains the shot. Page handles the pass. Arm and foul. He gets the foul, and the layup will count, Dick.
Hey, way to play strong, my man. Way to play strong.
When he gets to the line, he's usually making them.
He really knows how to focus in on the target during free throws.
Goes up for two. Makes the shot. On the right side. Kicks it out. From right of the circle. Knocks it down.
Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important to have talented guards like they have.
Yeah, that helps. Tries for two. No good. Pushes it up. Puts up the J. They get it to go. That's taking it strong to the hoop, right, Dick?
He has all kinds of moves, and we saw just about all of them on that drive. A good-looking 2-point. Little 2-3 zone.
Trying to feed inside for the bucket. He comes up empty. Shot clock is dead. He tries the jumper. The Rams have found a player who cannot seem to miss, Dick.
They need to keep feeding him the ball. It's simple.
From the top of the key. Off the mark. That's a foul. Well, it commits an intentional foul there to prevent the easy basket.
Well, it's a smart play, Brian, especially if you can afford to use a personal foul. I like his mentality. No easy basket.
Coach about to change up the lineup here.
I tell you, what an opportunity he's got right here. Because to me, this is a gift.
These kids are really struggling from the free throw line tonight.
I hope they can turn it around before it costs them the game.
Gets a second. He shoots from downtown. Nails the jumper. At halftime, the Cowboys are down by 16. Virginia Commonwealth is killing the opposition on the glass in the first half.
Hey, these kids know what it takes to win big games, Brad. If you can win the rebounding battle on any given night, you have a great shot of winning the ball game.
Looks like a full-court man-to-man press, Mr. Vitale. Dumps it in. He tries the three. He misses the jumper. Gave it up. Tries for two. The shot won't fall. Cross court. Pocket saves it. Coach calls a timeout. We'll be back with more in a moment. we go to the timeout. Stay tuned for more NCAA action right after this. Try and surprise the opposition with a little change here, Dick.
That might not be a bad idea.
He shoots the jumper. Jumper won't go. Let's go courtside. What do you got for us, Aaron?
One of the points of emphasis was to stop penetration, Brad. They've actually done a pretty good job of this. This solid defensive play must continue now into the second half. Those are the words of their coach during halftime.
Thanks, Aaron. Well, I don't know if there's such a thing as a good foul, but that might have been one right there, Dick.
Hey, Mr. Nessler, I like that type of play. He's saying to the defense, no easy baskets for you. We're going to force you to make shots. You know, Brad, as a coach, your seniors are a very important part of their operation. The underclassmen look up to them and really lean on them for guidance and direction. When a senior accepts this role and leads by example, it helps the coaching staff and the team immensely.
Going to stay down here. Here comes the ball screen. Moving it around the perimeter. He goes up with a jumper. The missed shot. Hard foul. Oh, it looked like he had an easy basket coming up, but the defense commits the foul instead.
Great play there, Brad. He was able to foul him in order to prevent the easy basket.
He is going to the line. And there they miss one. He misses the second. Looking for a good shot. He goes for three. He buries the jumper. On the outside. He throws it up from downtown. That's definitely not the shot they were looking for, Dick.
Yeah, that's horrible, Mr. Nessler. Horrible shot selection.
Some subs get ready to check in.
Look at that spacing. Great pressure, great double team. Really explosive.
Cross court. He shoots from the top of the circle. Missed it. Mason receives the pass. He looks for three.
They're having a rough time getting it on the draw, Brad. They should take it to the basket and get some easy hoops.
Too physical. And he's going to pick up the foul, and oh, look at the look on his face.
I'll tell you what, he's disgusted, but so is his coach. Zone defense. There's the trap.
Hughes handles the feed, plus the jumper. Now that was a great play right there, Dick.
Certain offense is required that the ball goes through the high post. This will usually open up things on the wings and a low block, Brad. They did a great job of using the high post on that play.
They work it around the perimeter. Throws it up.
I saw a point for that one. He got the good pass and threw it down, baby.
He puts up the runner. Miss after miss after miss. Dick, their shooting has been horrid.
You know what the problem is, Brad? They aren't shooting the ball with confidence. They're just throwing it up there, hoping and praying that it goes in. And that's not going to get it done. Excellent jump shot right there.
They work the perimeter. He shoots from left of the circle. He knocks down the jumper. Up fake. He throws up the shot. Knocks it down. Hughes receives the pass. Obvious foul. Well, if there is such a thing as a good foul, that was probably it.
Sure was, Brad. He fouled to prevent the easy basket.
To the charity stripe. First one is no good. They're not getting the balls to fall from the line.
Hey, if I were the coach of this team, I would make them run so many lines, I would pass out from watching them run, Brad.
It's his second. The small forward handles the pass. With the jumper. Picks up the, he gets the layup to go and the foul.
What a hoop. He saw the defender coming and tried to go right through him.
Almost guaranteed points every time this guy steps to the line.
Mentally, he truly believes that he can knock it down. It's a trait that many good free throw shooters have.
The three. He misses the J. On the outside, he launches a three. Can't connect. Hayes receives the ball.
Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
Well, he commits an intentional foul there to prevent the easy basket.
Well, it's a smart play, Brad, especially if you can afford to use a personal foul. I like his mentality. No easy basket.
He steps up to the line. Gets the first. They're making good use of their free throw opportunities tonight.
Good free throw shooting teams seem to always give themselves a chance to win.
They got him both. That line is really being good to him tonight, Dick.
That line's always good, Brad. These guys just have to make good use of it.
Work the perimeter.
Spacing's so important. They're 15 to 17 feet apart.
He tries the three ball and scores. Now that was a great play right there, Dick.
Anytime you get a player in a high post, you put pressure on the defense, and that can lead to big breaks over the course of the game.
A little two-man action. On the dribble, gives it up for two. Makes it. Falling back into a zone, a 1-3-1 half-court zone. Zone motion now. Top of the key for the bucket. Great shot.
Defense breaks down again. Nobody rotates over from the help side.
Isolated on the outside. They work it around the arc, looking for the open jumper. Tries one from three-point land. Nope. Mason handles the feed. Goes up for two. Off the glass and no good. With the layup. Looking to move it around the perimeter. He shoots from downtown and come up short. All right, let's Let's check in third member of our team again. Here's Aaron Andrews.
Coach has been quite animated over here on the sidelines. It's all positive, though. He's pleased with the manner in which they're playing their up-tempo style. I overheard him saying that if this continues, he likes his team's chances. Guys?
Aaron Andrews always close to the action.
Up and inside.
Lets it fly.
I wish somebody would knock down a jumper. And that guy had 4 feet under on his board. And look at him running out there like a wacko. Oh, man. Look at that wacko.
And we've got a pause in the action. More NCAA basketball coverage coming up right after this. Let's get back out on the floor. Gill, subpar performance is just destroying his confidence.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see this, Brad. I feel for him.
They're working around the perimeter. Around 8 minutes remaining. Tries for 2. He gets that one to fall. Working around the perimeter. He goes up with it. Having a real tough time hitting from the floor.
These guys have been rock bottom. Their confidence at the moment couldn't be any lower.
For the bucket. Off the glass and no good. These guys have really been able to step it up so far, and they're putting together a very good team effort.
This team is playing great team basketball. They're making it really tough for the opposition. If they can keep this up, they'll all be happy once the final buzzer sounds.
They're working around the arc. He wants a 3. Nails a sweet jumper. Inside. Now the turnaround jumper.
Nothing but nylon. Nice smooth turnaround jumper. The only negative, he's falling away. If he misses, he's got no rebound in the building.
About 7 minutes remaining on the game clock. Working it around the perimeter. From the corner.
Jumping in real pretty. I can tell you that baby was ugly.
On the right side. He attempts the trifecta. Nails the J. Looking for a good shot. He shoots from the top of the circle. Off the mark. Loose ball, kept in. Let's take another look at our star watch. Ball's coming from the sideline.
Coach about to adjust his rotation.
Pull-up jumper left side. The Rams have got to continue to get him the ball.
Glad he's on fire.
For the deuce. Got it. Had a momentary look from three-point land. About 6 minutes remaining in the game clock. Walker receives the pass. He might be on his way to a career game, partner.
Well, he will, Brad, if they don't get somebody on him in a hurry. Excellent spacing. That's so important to a good offensive set. It's even more important on how talented blocks like they have.
Yeah, that helps. Well, I don't know if there's such a thing as a good foul, but that might have been one right there, Dick.
Hey, Mr. Nessler, I like that type of play. He's saying to the defense. No easy baskets for you. We're going to force you to make shots.
This is now one of the better free throw shooting teams in college basketball, that's for sure.
As a team, they need to improve in this department. Poor team free throw shooting costs a lot of teams games.
Wins off. Dick, this team is having some serious problems at the free throw line.
And it's a collective effort by all of them tonight.
Missed it. Moving it around the perimeter. He puts up the 3 ball.
Excellent jump shot right there.
Buries it. Now that's how you take the ball.
That's how he's really attacking the goal. He's going in fearless, and he's absolutely attacking the defense. He called for the oop, took off, and threw it down, baby.
Low block. He tries the jumper, and he can't shot. Takes his jumper, busts the jumper. Fans will be celebrating tonight, Dick. This one's out of reach.
Well, it's simple. He came out executing a game plan and ended up on top.
Shoots from the corner. Misses from way outside. Looking for a good shot. He pulls up with a jumper. Jumper won't go. Rim. Nice rejection. About 4 minutes remaining in the game clock. Out on the wing. Trying to come up with a steal, and they do. The Cowboys are now in the bonus. Oh, looked like he had an easy basket coming up, but the defense commits a foul instead.
Great play there, Brad. He was able to foul him in order to prevent the easy basket.
He goes to the free throw line. First one is no good. Not a very good night at the line, Dick.
Absolutely no excuse for that, Brad. No excuse.
Gave it up. For 2. He can't get the bucket to fall. Defensively trying to stay with his man, and he's going to pick up a foul.
What a poor job defensively. Very slow inside, and they attack him aggressively. Coach looking to change his lineup.
Chance for an easy one. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. On the outside. 3-pointer. Missed the jumper.
Look at that spacing.
Turnover by the freshman. About 3 minutes remaining on the game clock. There's a slam. How about this State Farm moment? Brought to us from our good friends at State Farm. They work it around the perimeter. He shoots from the deep corner. Can't connect. Comes up short. Tickles the twine. Gill manages to keep it in. And the strip. Quick hand.
They keep forcing them to set up in the half court.
They work the perimeter. He puts up the tray. Knocked it down. About 2 minutes remaining on the game clock. For two. He doesn't get the hoop. In the post. Goes up for two. Shot off. It's stolen. Tight D here. Jumper. The missed shot. He gets the bucket to fall. On the outside. Open for a shot. Bust the J. Pushes it. From the corner. The Cowboys can't afford to have him pick up too many more fouls. Let's take a second look at this three. Shooting three. Makes his first. Second one is good. And it looks as though there are going to be a few substitutions made. Third one is good. Out on the wing.
Trying to get that ball movement, get that good spacing.
Here we go on the break. He tries the three ball. Nope. Work the perimeter.
Spacing so important. Get 15 to 17 feet apart. Something didn't look pretty, I can tell you that. That baby was ugly.
Oklahoma State is in the double bonus. He'll go to the line. He misses it. And Dick, they just can't seem to find the touch from the line tonight.
Well, no time for lessons, Brad. They got to start knocking him down before it's too late, baby.
Second. And we're going the other way. They get into a 2-3 zone, Dick. Why?
They want to save some energy for offense, if you ask me.
Launches away. Off the mark. Blocks the shot. On the right side. Jumper. He misses the jumper. Shot clock is dead. Steal. He pushes it up the floor. Goes up for two. The layup is good.
What an ugly display of team defense, Brad.
Boy, I'll say they look exhausted if you ask me, Dick. Tries for two. He drains the bucket. How about that drive to the hoop, Dick?
Well, he spotted an opening, and he just absolutely great first step, and he exploded to the goal.
Throws up the prayer. He missed. This opening round contest is in the books. Please join us tomorrow for more tournament action. Brad Nessler saying so long for my partners, Dick Vitale and Aaron Andrews. Thanks for joining us. And here, Dick, we have our players of the game.
Just two great players with some fantastic performances here tonight.
players of the game for this one. Here they are.
Get that W, baby. Get that W, and that's what it's all about.
Paycom.com for a free demo.
Hi. First off, we love each other. You walk in the door with the new triple bacon pizza from Papa John's. That smell of bacon and goodness has everyone showing up.
What are you saying? Saying you ain't got the confidence I'm laying back on my feet?
It's the season of bacon at Papa John's.
At Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner with access to financial advice, tools, and a personalized plan that helps you build a future for those you love. Vanguard, become an owner.
You never did believe in me, Sean. Never did. All right? I don't believe in you. No. I'm wanting you to know. Right? The only reason why
if you want a great team, you need natural-born leaders.
That's right. I tried to help you with your dream.
You will do anything to win. Find a group like that. You've got one hell of a team.
Did you see the one with mystery apartment girls?
She feels a breeze running from behind the medicine cabinet, so she looks behind it, and guess what she found?
Hey, don't worry, man.
She squeezed her way through.
What does she find on the other side? Totally abandoned apartment, which is bigger than our apartment.
This is freaking you out, Tony.
Another show?
No, it's
You know what? I'll call it that, yeah.
This is Jess. Jess owns a five-star restaurant and best equally friendly fair trade. She swears price. Jess is financial place. So